Good morning, kids. Today we're checking out a brand new video from Dead Meat, the kill count from 2022's The Mean One. The Mean One? What is this, about the Grinch? Actually, it most likely is, considering how it's both Christmas time when I'm watching this, and how the thumbnail was pretty much a real-life Grinch. Very bloody, though. Well, let's hop in and see how many people...
Welcome to the kill count, where we
Damn it, I was going to say, and see how many people get coal stuffed.
tally up the victims in all
that
our
was
favorite
bad.
horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking
Hey,
at
James.
The Mean One, released in 2022. The Mean One is a horror movie with the Grinch as its killer.
Take a story that everybody knows
Ooh.
and present it with a horror comedy twist.
Only he's not called the
Horror
Grinch. He's called
comedy?
The Mean One, based on the song sung by Thurl Ravenscroft, whose voice is as cool as his name.
And I'll go ahead and say it, because I'm not sure if James will, that is actually Tony the Tiger. And that's right, the mascot for Frosted Flakes.
Mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Unlike Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, this slasher source material didn't recently enter the public domain.
Big
Instead, The Mean One
body
skirts by
green.
copyright issues by claiming to be a parody. It certainly is a comedic send-up, complete with lots of loving references to Dr. Seuss
Oh,
books.
green
but
eggs and
man,
ham.
does The Mean One
Red
look
fish
just
and
like Jim
bluefish.
Carrey's Grinch. I'm shocked they got away with it. The Mean One is a low budget movie. It started as a fake trailer director Stephen LaMorte made for fun.
Everyone loved it. And
Really?
So many people were asking, well, when is the movie coming out? And we're like, well, no, that was it. That was the whole thing. Like, just the trailer.
Thanks to internet
Wow.
comments, they stretched it
So it
into
never
a feature
existed.
film, which required LaMorte and his team to get creative.
We are
Ha.
a tiny micro budget movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like the true independent, it's a handful of my friends. Our crew's maybe like 15 or so.
That
Hmm.
meant people doubling up on positions and crew members standing in as extras. Even this little guy got involved. I'm not gonna
little
pretend
kitty.
you won't notice the budget. The movie looks cheap and feels amateur, but it's buoyed by David Howard Thornton's excellent performance as the Mean One. Thornton is best known for playing Art the Clown in the Terrifier film. But while the Mean
Hey.
One is pretty violent, he's ironically nowhere near as mean as Art. He has moments of humanity, especially near the end.
Uh-oh.
And Thornton rises to the occasion, playing the emotions just as well as all the physical stuff we know he's more than capable of. This movie isn't good, but I do
You gotta
find
know,
it
he's
likable.
good,
Maybe
he's
it's because I'm more
skilled.
forgiving when it comes to filmmaking these days. Or maybe it's because we hosted a screening and Q&A at Season Screamings last year. The filmmakers were
sweet.
uniformly lovely and happy to be there. And a lot of them, including the leading actress, come from the stunt world, which is cool. Of course, it's trying to
Very
make bank
cool.
off a recognizable property, but they're also having fun with it. Plus, it may
Eh,
be
that's
cheesy,
gonna
but
suck.
it does have
I mean, be
holiday
good.
cheer.
I mean,
it feels
whatever.
more Christmassy than most
Is that
Christmas
fruitcake?
horror, so if you're looking for Yuletide, this'll do the job. It stalls
No,
out
that was
more and more the
gingerbread.
further along it gets, but at least it ends with a nice punctuation that got a genuine laugh out of me. Also, I want to thank director Stephen LaMorte for sending me an advanced copy of a 45-minute making-of documentary. It's still
Oh,
being
shit.
edited, thus the lack of backgrounds and interviews, but it was hugely
well,
helpful.
that's
It should be
fine.
part of a special edition Blu-ray sometime in 2024, so keep an eye out for that if you like seeing how indie films get made. How many kills can one
Not
mean
bad.
greeny monster leave for us under the... Santa?
Ooh,
Oh,
What
hi,
is this?
Jamothy. Didn't see you there.
James, I think?
This is my set. What are you doing here, bud?
Well, actually, I've been traveling the globe trying to find places to stream all my Christmas movies. It's,
Oh, I see now. We're gonna take a quick cut. Alright, and we're back.
Can one meanie greeny
There we
monster
go.
leave for us under the tree? Let's find out and get to them.
Oh, hold on, folks. We have an ad. Damn it. Okay, now we get to the kills. Finally.
The movie begins with a familiar Christmas tale about Cindy You-Know-Who. Just like we've heard
Yeah.
before, she fixes a thieving Grinch through the power of love.
She killed him with kindness and surprisiest of surprises.
I forgive
Oh.
you.
That one simple kiss made his heart grow 3 sizes.
But apparently we've been lied to about this tale, because shit really went down like this.
Get away from my daughter!
I find this
Uh-oh.
realistic depiction of a Grinch encounter hilarious.
Cindy, get back! He's a monster!
But it ain't chuckle
Oh,
fucks for
damn.
Cindy when her mom is killed during the tussle via neck impalement. Cindy cries
Holy
out, "Monster!"
shit.
And the movie cries out, "Title car!" We get some good-looking establishing
Wow.
shots of the Grinch's mountain and Newville, the Whoville equivalent suburb, but don't get
Oh,
too
that's
used
fine.
to the scale of things. The movie can't afford it for too long. 20 years after her
That's
mom
fine,
died, Cindy's a
guess.
grown-ass woman singing Christmas songs with her dad. They're cheesy. This whole thing is, welcome to Newville, bitches! Cindy's return for, what else, closure, after living a life of trauma because of the whole mommy murder
Trauma.
stuff. She and her dad return to their old home so they can sell it and move on, but the place still hits her in the face with memories. and bats. It's just a bad vibes incubator.
Wow, that's a lot of
Sorry,
bats.
Sin. She meets the Newville Police Department, which consists of a handsome deputy named Burke and Sheriff Hooper. Cindy knows Hooper from the night of her mom's murder, when he gave her a gaslighting life mantra.
I need to hear you say it, sweetie.
Monsters aren't real.
He blamed the monster madness on a green ski mask they found, but never
Come
caught the
on.
supposedly human Christmas killer. No wonder she and her dad aren't big fans. Hooper is to Newville and Christmas,
Don't be like
as
that,
John
assholes.
Lithgow is to the Footloose town and dancing. They don't allow that shit here, so this Santa-looking motherfucker better watch out. Wait, who even was that? Why did it fade out? Even though they're selling
No
the
idea.
place, Cindy and
No
her
idea.
dad get up to some good trouble when they deck their house out in Christmas cheer. Looking good.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, looking nice. Nice
Mhm.
enough to dance around with absolutely
Nice.
no music playing for like way too long. Cindy's dad Lou is
Wait,
played by
really?
Flip Kobler, who co-wrote
Huh.
the script with his son Finn. The elder Kobler also co-wrote The Lion King 2 with his wife Cindy Marcus, who was
Oh,
pregnant
shit.
with Finn at the time. Talk about the circle of life. Their Christmas spirit attracts a mountaintop menace who can sniff out all things Christmas and kills anyone responsible. Cindy gets locked out of the house, and that's when her dad
Oh,
is attacked.
crap.
Oh, great. Now she's gonna have double trauma, unless he can survive?
Nope, he ain't surviving.
Oh fuck, he ain't surviving that. Cindy loses another parent. The
Lou,
culprit
you know
once
who.
again gets away. She ends up in the hospital where she's visited by Mayor Margie McBean. Why are you so scared of McBean, Sin? She's just here campaigning. The mayor doesn't like
Ah,
Cindy's
come
talk
on.
of green monsters since her childhood claim is
First of all, you never wear a shirt that says "re-elect me" when you're visiting someone in the hospital after a traumatic thing. And, I mean, maybe you could be there in like a cat. You know what? Why am I trying to give fashion advice?
what caused the town to stop celebrating the holiday. McBean bounces over to Sheriff Hooper and complains that Cindy's presence threatens the town. So, take care of that, would you, champ? Mayor McBean is played by Amy Schumacher, one of the movie's producers. She previously worked with Lamorte on a Powerpuff Girls fan film, which was also written by Flip Kobler and also co-starred Cindy's actress Crystal Martin.
Oh,
Lamorte
shit.
compares his casting crew to a family, and not only because they've worked together on so many projects.
We don't
They've
just
been
make
around.
movies together. We, get together for Thanksgiving, and we go to each other's shows and comedy shows and burlesque shows.
In Schumacher's case, the
burlesque
family
shows, you
comparison
say?
became literal when she and Lamorte got married earlier this year. Congrats!
Oh,
With her dad dead,
congratulations.
Cindy plans to leave town, even though Deputy Burke would prefer she stay. These two make for a cute couple.
Sir. Ma'am, Miss Cindy.
Too bad right now he's
Cindy.
still in the handshake zone. Maybe he can win her over with his homemade matzo ball soup.
You made this?
Proudly Jewish.
Did I mention he's Jewish? Because the movie does. Like,
Ah.
a lot.
Jewish. It's in my blood.
Cindy finds some floral
Oh,
evidence of the crime
okay.
scene, and one computer screen transition later, she's at the Newville Mountains. Now, ain't that a
Ooh.
smart little vest to go monster hunting in? While playing Grinchmas Snap,
Looks
Cindy
good.
gets attacked and knocked into a cavern. Yo, this cavern has a license? Yeah, man, a license to kill. It uses it on a hiking couple. Cindy watches
Oh,
as the
no.
monster kills this Daryl guy in a bunch of incomprehensible close-ups. Thankfully,
Why
once
did they
Cindy
do
yells
that?
at the Grinch, we do get to see a money shot. And this hilarious Home Alone 2 moment.
You're real! You're real!
Ow!
Domes that motherfucker with those rocks. The Mean One's
Ow.
excellent makeup was done by effects artist Tatiana Bluchel, who created prosthetics that allowed David Howard Thornton to emote.
Besides, the lack of air holes, it was very functional.
The process took 3
Okay,
to 4
that
hours
is
to
cool.
complete.
Every fleck of dirt, every inch of coloration to really bring the creature to life. I mean, she hand painted his teeth.
Cindy's eyewitness account and
That
Billy
is-
Sasquatch
that is
pictures
awesome.
don't convince Sheriff Hooper, who tells her not to ruin their town again.
You ended Christmas.
Hey, that's not true. Look, SantaCon is coming to town. For those of you who
Yay.
didn't know, like me, SantaCon is a real event that started in San Francisco
shit,
in
that's
1994. It's since expanded to other cities, with New York sporting the largest con, once described as an annual
What the-
drunken shit show. This smaller gathering is no different. It's a bunch of drunk-ass Santas. Just gross, gropey Santas. I'm already
Yeah.
counting these bastards in my head. I do love the passed-out elf who wakes up to cheer for more drinks, only to immediately pass out again. That's fun. Put upon waitress enters a freezer.
No, I like
and
that
discovers
one.
one of the Santas dead with an icicle in his neck. She gets locked
Ooh.
inside as the Grinch prepares to take care of the other Santas.
That kind of
and elves.
hurts.
This monster acting is what they paid David Howard Thornton to do, folks. His mime training gets put to good use here as he perfectly imitates Jim Carrey's cartoonish performance. The kill montage that follows sees the entire Christmas crowd killed, which amounts to, I believe, 5 more
Oh,
Santas.
hold on. Look at this. 5 Santa dudes, 4 elf ladies, and a pain cane through the pale tree. Oh, that is good, James. That is good.
There's
Did
4
you
elf
write that?
ladies and this big old inflatable Christmas tree guy. It's pretty fun to see him get slaughtered. Some of the kills are good, but the whole scene has a quiet piano backing that kind of sucks the energy out of it. It's also brought
How
down
so?
by the awful CG blood, which is likely the result
Yeah,
of the
there
movie's
you- there you
severely
go.
crunched
There you go.
post-production schedule. I mean, its whole production schedule was rushed. They didn't start shooting until 7 months before the film's release. Thankfully, the movie's
Oh,
biggest
damn,
set piece ends with a
guys.
funny button after the innocent waitress gets out of the freezer and finds all the Santa Connors dead.
Ooh.
This merry massacre was overseen by stunt coordinator Terrence J. Rotolo, who seems like an intense guy.
Making a film
He
is like
does
going to
seem
war,
kind of
and when you
intense.
go to war, you go with friends.
The intensity probably helped with their shooting schedule, though, since the SantaCon sequence was filmed
Ow.
with 18 stunt performers in a single day. Cindy continues to cause trouble for
A
the mayor and
single
sheriff,
day, huh?
while the Grinch continues to cause trouble for her. All this Grinching puts her on edge, and she ends up punching an innocent man in
Oh!
the face.
Wait a minute.
Guy who just saved your life?
Oh yeah, it's that guy. His name's Doc
Huh.
Zeus. Get it? Like Dr. Seuss. And he's
Oh.
been watching Cindy in between
No, I
her
get it.
drinking bouts.
I get
and
it.
Horton hears a cry for help.
Doc
He
Seuss.
confirms the monster is real. He's got illustrated evidence.
And the frickin' bard is named Hortons? Oh my god.
They initially intended on keeping the Mean One's existence
Damn.
ambiguous, which is why you don't see him for most of the first act. But thanks in part to the success of Terrifier 2, Thornton's Mean One became the face of the film.
I don't think any one of us on the cast or crew was expecting the internet to explode like it did when they released the first picture.
The increased publicity also meant the movie would have a bigger audience.
We had
Damn
way
right
more
it would.
eyes on us in this film than I initially thought. I was terrified.
Production planned for a streaming release, but the
You
Mean
could
One
say
ended up opening in
terrifying.
160 theaters and got 5 extensions during its run. Cindy asks Doc what the monster is, and he almost gets him sued.
Finch!
Oh.
Order from Mike Finch!
He goes by a lot of names.
They settle on calling him the Mean One, and Doc
Okay, no. I do like that. He goes to say the Grinch, but then it's Finch! Got an order for Mr. Finch?
knows personally how mean he can be. Once upon a
that
time,
is good.
his wife tried to mail
Yeah.
some Christmas presents, only to get tackled and torn asunder by the monster. Just straight up cut in half. My
Ooh.
God! I love
Dr.
actor John
Zeus
Bigham in this
is-
role. He's a highlight of the film,
Dr.
even if he's the
Zeus.
one
I get
tasked
it.
with hanging all the lampshades about the movie's inspiration.
He's a mean one, that Mr. Finch! Last call for Mike Finch!
Well, him and
Oh
his
my
bartender, played by Rachel Winfrey, who was actually in How the Grinch Stole Christmas
Oh,
as
shit!
one of the Grinch's adoptive moms. Sheriff Hooper still won't listen to Cindy, even
Now
though it's
that is
clear that he and the
good.
mayor are co-conspirators.
Truth is bound to see the light of day.
Then extend the night.
Wow, that dialogue was bad, but regardless,
That was
sounds
actually
like they
kind of a
know the
good
truth
line.
about a certain sassy monster man. Deputy Burke is still in the dark, but he wants to help Cindy, so he spelunks into the cavern she found and starts robbing it blind. Haha, good score there, kid. That's a ton of wallets. Shame about all the body parts, though, which I won't count as kills.
Ooh,
since they're
shit.
just a bunch of frozen skelly bones. Hilariously, this cave was built inside writer Flip Kobler's living room.
All of this
Really?
to get a light spray painted touch. We're gonna put a light up on the ceiling to simulate the hole, and this is gonna be the creature's lair.
Love the DIY filmmaking. After a near
Very
run-in with the
clever.
monster, Bert
Uh-oh.
finally believes Cindy, and that's enough to turn this PG-rated shower scene into something more PG-13. Lamorte wanted the Mean One to feel like Hallmark horror, with plenty of schlocky and romantic elements.
Oh,
but right when
congrats.
things are getting steamy, the Grinch shows up and blows a blood nut everywhere, ruining the
What?
mood. I'm sorry. Turns out
What?
this was just a nightmare, but nobody
Oh,
interrupts
okay.
Cindy's wet dreams.
I'm gonna kill it.
Thus begins a training montage set to music that may or may not be Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I honestly don't care enough to look it up.
Do you have the safety
I want
on?
to like them, but they just don't rock hard enough for me. The montage is still fun thanks to Cindy's actor Crystal Martin, a stunt performer who's doubled for Ronda Rousey before. That didn't surprise me one
Hey.
bit after watching this scene. It's uncanny how much she ends up looking like her. But the belt on this woman, Hunter! A guy named Don accidentally gets a box of Jingle Bells when he ordered bell peppers, but mailing
Oh,
this
come
ain't
on.
no excuse for the Mean One. He fingertips across the floor and steals a cleaver that he then uses to stab.
Okay, no. That fingertip scene, if you remember from the live action, that was one scene that Jim Carrey actually did to when he was robbing the first few houses. Remember? Remember? You remember.
Don in the head, but that's not enough of a kill for the mean one. I mean, we are talking about Art the Clown, kinda. And so Don ends up losing some limbs and ultimately his head. Burke matches the IDs he found in the cave wallets to missing hikers, and on their Facebooks, he finds pictures with the Grinch in the background. These awful Photoshops got a pretty big laugh at our screening. Burke learns that the hikers came to the Newville Mountains thanks to a website owned by none other than Mayor McBean. She's lured these people to their deaths like a musical fruit. It's a twist in line with her Susian surname McBean, which comes from a colorful con artist.
So hold on. The music. Oh crap! Never mind. I had a joke, but then I lost it.
In the
Move on.
And other stories. These references are friggin' everywhere, from the
Yes,
redfish
yes they are.
bluefish to the license Cindy found in the cave. It belongs to a
Walter Mulberry,
which I believe is a reference to "And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street." McBean tries to skip down to some gentle narration.
When leaving behind both our fears and our sorrows, remember, nights get real dark before brighter tomorrows.
I love the VO by actor Christopher.
Oh, that is
It really
good.
ties together the movie's
That's
Grinch
good.
theme. Her car breaks down and inexplicably starts playing Christmas music, causing the monster to appear and give her an oral buccal fat removal. He uses her own
Ooh,
stickers
shit.
against her, then kills her by slamming her trunk door down onto her head, repeatedly,
Damn.
until it falls off. For her death scene, Schumacher
Goodbye,
took a gnarly
McBean.
fall on the ground without pads. She wasn't the only cast member who had to step up. Burke's actor Chase Mullins used a spelunking system, rigged and tested by Crystal Martin, despite his fear of heights.
I'm still coming down from the high of doing that.
Burke's unable to stop Cindy Lou Amendment 2 from leaving to hunt down the monster.
I don't need your permission.
He also can't stop her from quoting the Big Seuss's musings on his own
Ooh,
creation.
here we go.
Maybe it's because his head isn't screwed on quite right. Maybe it's because his shoes are too tight.
He lets her be and confronts Sheriff Hooper about the mayor's shitty web design.
Here we go.
The sheriff admits he saw the mean one himself 20 years ago. Not when Cindy's mom died, but when he found a girl named Stephanie getting killed in a
Oh,
cave by
damn.
a furry green monster. His solution was to appease the monster, feeding it goats like it were a T-Rex. But the mean one wanted human snacks, so Mayor McBean created her little human flytrap website.
And when the mayor found
And
out
there
that thing
you
needed to
go.
be fed, we did what we had to do.
The plan worked, and it's
Yeah,
kept
kill
Newville safe
humans.
at
What the
low
hell is wrong
cost
with you?
of hiking tourist lives. Oh yeah, and Christmas. That had to go too. Burke leaves to go to the mountain where he falls into a monster trap and gets his ankle chopped. by a
Oh,
rock.
shit.
Without force powers to reach his weapon, he'll stand no chance against this Wampa. Oh, wait a minute. Wampa wants to kiss. He's saved by Sheriff
Wampa
Hooper
can kiss
shooting
bullets.
the Grinch away. No, come back, David. The movie's only good when you're around. Hooper's here with a face turn, resolving to track down the monster he should have dealt with long ago. Deep in the cave, he shoots at the mean one, who bobs out of the way with ease, but he gets killed when the monster
Oh,
charges
no.
in a close-up. Burke gets dismembered and turned into a CGI blood snack. Cindy and
Damn.
Doc return to the movies so they can help Burke back to his car, and so Cindy can take
Come on,
back the
Doc.
leading role.
Time to roast this beast.
She sets a festive
Oh.
trap at her home with the boringest light display I've ever seen. Quantity doesn't mean quality, people. It's enough to lure the mean one inside, though, because this green dumb idiot doesn't realize it's a trap.
Guess who?
The Grinch starts eating sniper rounds,
Oh.
courtesy of a drunken Santa lookalike.
Merry Christmas, you green bitch!
Cindy's got a treat for him to suck on, too.
Oh, no. That would have been the perfect chance for him to say, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
He disappears before she can stick him with her candy cane. He reappears in front of Doc Zeus and mauls the poor old drunk guy a bit, but then he disappears again and Doc survives.
Jeez.
So, it's okay, I guess?
He's not
Your
on the kill
ornaments,
count.
Get out of here, Sin. She fights the Grinch outside using various weapons. Christmas-like baseball bats, more candy cane
Yeah.
guns, just, standard bear traps. That one got
That is
him.
a standard
The
bear
ornaments
trap.
she's packing are grenades, turns out. And a digital
Ooh.
explosion leads us back inside where the fight continues.
That's kinda
Stunt
clever.
coordinator Rotolo had already worked with Martin before and knew she could handle anything he threw at her. I'd trust her too. She did stunts on Malignant. Thornton did a few of his own stunts, but mostly relied on his double Robin Akerstrand, with whom he became good friends.
We think a lot alike too, so we would bounce ideas off each other, and that was a lot of fun.
Cindy lights a garland fuse that sets off a Christmas tree bomb. Oh man, that fake fire looks so
Oh,
bad. Right when
boy.
she's ready to end things, she sees something
So clever.
peculiar. The monster has kept the necklace she gave him 20 years ago. The mean one has just been misunderstood. He didn't mean to kill her mom, and when she called him a
Monster!
he just leaned into it, I guess. Cindy forgives
So-
him with a sweet little cheek.
So then he just been killing and killing and killing because he's misunderstood? Oh, no. We're taking an eyeball at least.
which the monster seems to appreciate. True to the classic tale, his heart starts growing 3 sizes. But in a hilarious twist, that means it grows so big, it simply bursts in his chest.
Ooh.
I died laughing at this when I first saw it. It is a great way for the Grinch to die. A denouement
Well,
shows us the
damn.
mean one's gone viral.
Can't believe
thanks to
that.
Cindy's blurry picture.
Did you see this photo? This looks like it's gonna be my best friend.
We see an amateur sketch of the monster in reference to one of the best internet videos ever.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All you gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Oh my
Lamonte
god.
even replicates that line in a cameo.
I mean, it looked like a monster to me. Who else on the mean one say yeah? Yeah!
Also, is it just me, or is that guy a dead ringer for Johnny Gargano? I mean, he clearly knows all about DIY.
Shit, he
Don't
kind
it?
of is.
The rumor of a mountain monster brings a ton of outsiders to town, and the tourism brings Christmas cheer back to Newville in the form of cheap licensed stock footage. Seriously,
that's
that is
fine.
clearly not the same town, and that is not the same mountain. Come on!
Hey,
In any
look,
case,
it's gonna
the
be
movie
good
ends
enough.
with Cindy and Burke smooching beneath the mistletoe. The Grinch hated Christmas, but he loved getting kills.
Oh.
Let's find out how many. Oh, the numbers will count.
James went to go count with a bounce and a leap.
Oh,
while
boy.
the mean one appeared in a costume so cheap. Now, why was he here? The audience did ask, but no.
A costume so cheap. No, that's it. I'm done. I can't deal with these bad jokes anymore.
Answer was clear.
Finish
Through that
this.
shitty-ass mask. Was he here to host kill counts, American or foreign?
Nope, he's just goofing. Because this Grinch?
It's Zoran.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
And happy Hanukkah and happy Kwanzaa and anything else you celebrate.
Oh, I love this.
I counted 20 kills in the mean one, consisting of 11 male victims, 8 female victims, and 1 unidentifiable person as a Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's a
Thanks
tree.
to them, our pie chart here has a piney pie wedge. Tastes like gin. With a runtime of
Tastes like
92
gin?
minutes, we had a kill on average every
Okay.
4.6 minutes. I'll give the Golden
That's a lot of
Chainsaw the
kills.
coolest kill to the mean one. It suffers from bad CG blood like
Oh.
most of the movie, but man, is
Like
that
a
a
bomb.
hilarious take on the heart growing 3 sizes thing. Double machete for lamest kill will go to Daryl the Hiker, because I'm not a fan of rapid cuts between close-ups.
Well,
where
no
you
one
can't
is.
tell what's
It's
going
always
on.
sucked.
And that's it. The Mean One came out in 2022, a year stacked with amazing horror movies. And this one. Since Sunday is
And this
Christmas
one, yeah.
Eve, I've got a present for you. A bonus kill count for Treevenge. But until then, I'm James H.
Treevenge?
This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this Christmas Kill Count.
Well, folks, I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below. And I'll see all you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.